Okay. Oh, my hair is crazy. Today it is super curly and a little different than you're probably used to seeing it. This is totally it natural. And I cut it last night. I used to be a hairstylist, so I also cut my own hair. It's just a little, I have it parted on the opposite side. That's why the dark roots. Look at how dark those look. They're not really that dark. So funny. Hello. Let me know when you're watching, when you come on live, say hello. And also, hi, Megan. How are ya? And also, if you're watching the replay, say hello and let me know you're here. I put out questions. So I sent an email out last night to my group saying, if you have any questions for me today, any topics you want me to talk about, let me know. And so I got some great topics and suggestions and questions, and it kind of fueled me. Hi, Kate. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. It kind of fueled me because, I just get, it's good. You know what I mean? When women tell me their experiences when they've gone to the doctors and what the doctors have said. And, you're in Nanaimo. Excellent. What the doctors have said to them. And that's when I kind of get that's when I get upset, right? Because I'm like, oh my God, these doctors. So we're going to talk a little bit about, when you go to your doctor too, and what your doctor might say. And I am not a doctor. So I'm not going to diagnose or anything. I just want to talk to you about what can happen when you go see the doctors and a little bit. And we have some great topics today. Now, if you have questions or a topic you want me to cover in this video, post it below. Okay? Let me know. Post it below. I'm just going to let them know that I am live. And if you're watching this from YouTube, hello, YouTube. I'm just doing this, first of all, as a Facebook Live in my free Facebook community for women over 40 called Women Creating Healthy Lives. So make sure to come and join us there. I post so much in that group. That's really where I live. It's basically where I do everything. I don't do a lot on my personal Facebook. I don't, anyways, this is the best place to be if you want to learn more about this topic. All right, so I just refresh if you don't see me, let everybody know I'm live. People might, I was a couple minutes late, so people might have already tried. All right, so what I'm talking about today, a couple of people wanted to know about adrenal fatigue, slow metabolism, how to speed it up, healthy snacks, belly fat, hormones, as in to do with belly fat. And when you go to see a doctor and they check your hormones and they say your hormones are fine, that's what we're going to talk about too, okay? Which I get, right? So what I want to say about doctors, first of all, is doctors know what they know. They learn what they learn. They're only allowed to tell you, prescribe, give you the information that they learn, okay? Which is fine. The thing that really bothers me, really bad with doctors, they don't tell you when they don't know. And this is wrong. To me, this is it's like purposely lying or withholding information from somebody, and information that can really help them. That's how serious I think it is that doctors do not tell women they don't know. So here's the thing. So I dated a doctor. He was going to be a heart doctor. So he was finished his medical. And he was going on to be a cardiologist or something, right? A heart doctor. And then I had a couple doctors as clients. And they have told me, we don't learn about hormones. We don't learn about nutrition. And when they're going to be an MD, right? So they don't learn this at all. They are not allowed to give out any advice on the hormones or nutrition to their clients because it is out of their scope of what they have learned in university. Fine. fine. That's okay. But the problem is they don't tell you, they can't give you the right information. They don't tell you or recommend, most of them don't recommend somebody who can really help you. That's what bothers me, okay? They only know a woman comes to you with these symptoms. You test her with these tests, blood tests and stuff that are very limited, you guys. They're very limited. And they're not meant, they're not specific. They don't have tests specific for women in midlife. They are so limited, right? So you may come out and they may say, oh, you're fine. But yet you don't feel fine. So they're basically kind of saying, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. It's all in your head. Go home. And that's really what they make you believe. Or they say things like all they know, and all they learn in their conventions. Because I talked to the doctor when I was going and trying to get bioidentical hormones. We had an argument because she was telling me that synthetic hormones were the same as bioidentical hormones. There's no difference. And she was kind of like, why do you want to go on, la, 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 like making me feel like I was crazy back then. And I said, where do you get your information? How do you know? Because we're told at our conferences. I said, at your conferences, who's telling you that information? The drug companies that make the synthetic hormones. That's who's giving them the information. That's how they're learning about hormones. That's the only way they learn. I know I'm so passionate. The only way they may learn anything about hormones is in their conferences where the drug companies who produce these synthetic hormones are talking to them. Okay? But they fail to tell people that. They fail to tell you, okay, you know what? This is what I've heard. We are told that if a woman comes in with these symptoms, we tell her to take this. We don't know how it's going to react on her body. All we know is that it's going to take away your symptoms. You're not going to get hot flashes anymore. You're going to feel fine. They don't know, and they do not tell you all the side effects and how that if you get on them, you cannot get off them unless you slowly wean yourself off these synthetic hormones. Because if you try to go off them fast, you will feel like you're freaking going crazy and your body is sent in a hormone scramble and you will feel worse than you have ever felt, right? And another thing, when a woman's going through emotional up and downs, part of the hormonal imbalance that she goes through in midlife, she goes to her doctor, tells her doctor this, right? I'm not feeling well. I'm feeling over emotional because they don't know what's going on, right? I'm feeling over emotional. This isn't normal. I don't know what's going on, blah, blah. So the doctor prescribes antidepressants because that's all that doctor knows. The doctor does not say, maybe there's somebody you should go talk to. I'm not sure. How old are you? It could be some change your body's going through. It could be some hormone changes. We are not taught hormones in our school, so I cannot help you with that. Maybe we can find somebody who can help you with this, right? No, they don't tell you that. They give you the antidepressants. They tell that's going to take away your emotional up and downs. It's going to balance your moods. They just want to get you in there, prescribe a drug, and get you out of there. That's what it's like to visit a doctor in midlife. But the thing I want to say is I, for sure, 100% recommend you get checked out by a doctor. So I got every test, you guys, everything, digestion, blood tests, thyroid tests. I was having gut issues, so they even did an ultrasound. So I got checked out to the extreme when I was going through perimenopause because I had so many symptoms and was feeling so off and feeling so terrible. I thought something was really wrong with me. I mean, I also thought I think I'm getting Alzheimer's because my memory was so bad, right? So I did go see doctors. I did get tests done, but they all came back perfectly fine, right? So I highly recommend you get checked out to make sure everything, so that there isn't anything that a regular doctor can find, right? Then you know, good, this is probably the midlife change. Now, how can I help and support my body through this? The natural way, because there are natural ways, okay? Don't listen to your doctor if they... synthetic hormones or the antidepressants, walk away for a while. Then go, okay, I'm going to see what I can do naturally. This is what you would say to yourself, right? I'm going to see what I can do naturally to help support my body through this phase. Find a coach like me, like other people who know something about this midlife phase, these hormone fluctuations, right? And just ask information, follow me, right? Just find out all you can and figure it out, right? Do some research yourself. How can I better support my body? So yes, the hormone fluctuation and the symptoms are natural during this phase of life. I had a lady ask, she contacted me through Instagram, if what she was going through, she was only 46, I think, what she was going through was normal, and she was listing all these things. And I said, yes, they are normal symptoms, but you don't have to put up with those extreme symptoms. It was mood swings, kind of depression, anxiety, bloating, feeling flat, like really feeling terrible. And it's not fun. I was there. And so you go to your doctor, and when you receive, they check you. She went to even see an endocrinologist who is a hormone specialist doctor. I did too, because I had thyroid cancer. Yeah. So, and of course, the endocrinologist checked her and said, everything's fine. Well, of course, everything's fine. You don't have cancer in your thyroid. You don't have, right? It's that your hormones are going like this. Woo, right? It's like a roller coaster ride. It's fine. You're not unhealthy, but you feel crappy. So when you get that from your endocrinologist, because you expect, right, they're going to tell me what I can do. No, they're just going to make sure you are okay physically, healthy. You're okay. If you don't have thyroid disease, if you don't have Hashimoto's, if you're not diagnosed with some severe and hormone thing, they're going to label you as okay. And that's fine. Don't stop there. If you are not feeling well, if you have symptoms that are driving, you're like, I'm changing as a person. I never used to be like this. And now I'm feeling this way. Okay, it's okay. You're going through the midlife phase. Your hormones are all over the place. And there's a few reasons why. And that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm also going to put this up on YouTube, so you can follow me on Diana Marchand. And please invite your friends to this group, if you think this can help them, because I keep getting messages from women and I'm like, oh my God, there's more women need to hear these messages. I'm so serious. Okay. Just look at it. So here's some things. Stress is where most women are having problems with. They, in their 20s, probably 30s, 40s, stress became more. Maybe there's things you've had to deal with. Maybe there's sick family members. Maybe there's job losses. Maybe there's other things that have come into play. And now you're in stress overload. And then when you go through the midlife phase, there's more stress in your body because of the hormone fluctuations. So the thing is that you are experiencing an extreme amount of stress at a time when your body is hypersensitive. So when you're going through this midlife phase, your body is hypersensitive to foods. So for your digestion, you could get heart palpitations, your emotions, your anxiousness, anxiety, your depression, all of those things. Digestive issues, I guess will go over the top, right? Now, yes, that can happen. I hate to say it's normal. It's normal for our culture, but it should not be normal, right? It's because of the way we are living. Okay, so it's the way you are living. It's your stress, your food, for sure, positively, 100%. It's also what you're eating. Okay, which is great because you can change that. And it's also maybe for some people exercise. They're probably over exercising or doing the wrong type of exercise. Okay, so it's how you handle stress, the things you are doing and not doing for your body, the time you give to your body, the way you think about yourself, right? All of those are the most important things you can deal with when you're going through this midlife change, as well as what you eat, okay? Because I have seen it, and if anybody's worked with me one-on-one or in my programs, you know what a huge change happens when you begin to eat better, take better care of yourself, and understand what's going on in your body, and then understand how to handle the stress that you're going through and why it seems to be so exaggerated. And belly fat is, yes, it happens in this phase of life, but I also lost a ton of weight when I was going through perimenopause because I changed things in my life. So yes, it is something that happens, the slow metabolism, the belly fat, the anxiousness, the depression, the not sleeping well, the exhaustion. All of those things can happen and do happen to pretty much most of the women. But you can change those things. You can. You don't have to wait for years. Adrenal fatigue, if you don't know what that is, look it up. ADRENAL, adrenal fatigue. Let me know. Say hello, you guys. Make sure you're posting and saying hello. Give this video a like if you like it. And say hi. And let me know if you have a question. Let me know what your experience is and has been. I'd love to hear. Also, if you had seen a doctor and what that doctor said. Have you had a hysterectomy, which is far, 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 far too common. Doctors don't know what to do. So instead of saying or knowing, oh, these crazy things on your period and this heavy bleeding and all this stuff that's going on could be fibroids. Yeah, fibroids. And fibroids, there's a reason why you have fibroids. Okay. Yeah. So anyways, what the doctors, adrenal fatigue is from stress. Stress in your life, the way you handle stress, and stress that's going on in your body. And your adrenal glands produce too much cortisol consistently, right? That they get too tired and exhausted and they fall flat. They actually start to work less. And what you feel like is when they're producing tons and tons of cortisol, your adrenal glands, you feel hyper, really active, like you can get a million things done. And as time goes on, you start to get tired and you start to get really tired. Then really tired, coffee doesn't help. You want to sleep during the day. You're exhausted in the morning. You can barely get up. You tend to sleep more. You tend to be more awake at night. You're having a really hard time sleeping at night. You have digestive problems. You have to pee a lot, like all these things from adrenal fatigue, right? And that's your body, like your adrenal glands starting to fade, not work properly, kind of bonk. And then what the end result is apathy, feeling completely flat, feeling like you have no motivation, you have no inspiration, you don't care about really anything. You don't even feel many emotions, okay? So your hormones, not just the adrenaline, cortisol, but other hormones, serotonin, dopamine, are affected too, your feel-good hormones, right? So, and melatonin, which helps you to sleep. So when cortisol is high, melatonin is low. Okay, so one hormone affects the other hormone, affects the other hormone, affects the other hormone. And belly fat, so all these things like a lot of cortisol pumping out, can affect insulin. Your insulin goes wonky, belly fat, weight gain. You can't lose weight, right? And that can also cause cravings. Oh my God, right? These cravings that you're having for sugar or for whatever you're craving, right? And these carbs, all of these things you're craving. So you are, during this phase of life, there's hormones that are all fluctuating and they're all affecting each other. And when you just think about one of them, like, what did someone ask me? Oh yeah, right, okay. So when you just think about one of them or one symptom you're having, it does help to work on a symptom and to get that straightened out. But you really kind of got to understand that it's a whole body thing, that it's mind, body, and soul or spirit. And that's what I work on with all my programs. It's your stress levels. It's what you're eating. It's exercise. It's your thoughts, how you're treating your body. So are you doing things that help your body decrease stress? Are you taking time for you? Are you doing things that bring you joy? That's crucial. Some people think, well, that doesn't make sense. That's not going to stop the belly fat. That's not going to stop my digestive problems. Yes, it will. Your belly fat and your digestive systems are caused by things like that, right? When you deny your body, when you don't take care of your body, when you say, this isn't the problem, I'm tired and exhausted and I can't sleep, give me a pill. What herb can I take? Here's the thing. Yes, I highly agree with herbs and supplements, and you need to take way more of them in midlife. So if you go to you can go to a website called Hormones with an S, Balance. Hormones Balance. Okay. She's amazing, and she doesn't just talk about midlife. She talks about women diagnosed with hormones problems, all ages. She had Hashimoto's disease, thyroid problems, and she also has made her own supplements for hormone problems, which is fantastic. She's a woman. Fantastic. So she sells supplements. It's in the US. Hormones Balance. Highly recommend her. So you can look at the supplements she has. She has one for adrenal fatigue, for sleeping, all of these different things. So you want to get a really good formulation that contain the herbs and stuff that help that thing that you want to work on, like adrenals, stress, sleeping, digestive problems, all of those things, right? So go to a really good health food store. You will see that they do have formulations for menopause. They do have formulations for perimenopause. Hi, ladies. Thank you so much for saying hello. Make sure you say hello and let me know if you have any questions and what your experience has been so far. If you want to share something that would help others, that would be fantastic. Or just something that I can riff on. So there are these available for you, okay? Now, belly fat, adrenal fatigue, slow metabolism. What else did someone know? All of those things are because hormones are affecting the other, okay? Food, stress reduction, like you must do things each and every day that help the stress response, right? To help you calm yourself down. Could be things just like simple breathing techniques 3 or 4 times a day. You don't have to meditate for hours. You need to know if you're exercising right or wrong for where you are during the midlife phase. And that's according to so many things too. A regular personal trainer will not know or understand. So I would suggest watching my exercise videos online and YouTube for sure to find out more, and join my groups, join my group programs because you will get your answer specific for you. I'm doing my body, mind, soul reset, and that includes the hormone reset. And someone said, so girl got checked out all her hormones by the endocrinologist, and the endocrinologist said she was fine, which is right. Great. Perfect. She's healthy. So happy. But of course she doesn't feel good. She's in perimenopause. So she said, why would I take your hormone reset program or your program when all my hormones are perfect? No, that's not it, right? It just means they're healthy. So thank God you are healthy. So if you get checked out and the doctor says you're good, so happy. But it doesn't mean you're imbalanced. You're not imbalanced. You would know if you're imbalanced. You would feel fantastic. So what it just means is you need extra support during this phase of your life. And that's what I help you with in this hormone reset program. Okay, exactly. You're going to learn about the hormones. You're going to learn about, so for 3 days you give up one food. For another 3 days you give up another food. For another 3 days you give up another food. It's just like sugar, meat, dairy, different things, right? And I give you, it's basically what I talked about in those hormone videos. But we're going to do it as a group. And you're also going to get 4 weeks, 30 days of recipes. Each week you get a ton of fantastic recipes that help to balance your hormones, okay? They bring your body back into better balance. They are foods that also help your body so that it can release the fat. They are the right foods for you during this phase of your life, okay? That's what's so important, right? How often do you need to eat? In other words, much time should be there between meals. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. What did you call how do you say your name? You had a short for your name. Isvera. Forgot what it is. But, take my program for sure. That's just what I have to say. You will learn everything and you will love it. So there's no rule, and that's what I'm going to teach you. So how do I work with women in my programs and coaching is we work for you. How do you say your name? I know you had a short version of your name, Isvera. Whatever works for you, and that's what I help you realize. Because each woman is different, okay? Each woman is different. If someone has severe digestive problems, you don't want to eat all the time because it aggravates their digestive system. If someone has sluggish digestion, it's a certain thing. If someone has a lot of belly fat, we might do it in one way, right? I wish there was an exact answer, but I really help women find what works for them because you are not the same as every other woman, even if you're in midlife. We're all different. So I don't eat breakfast. I do not like eating breakfast. I can't eat breakfast. I never liked breakfast. I never felt good eating breakfast. So I usually do some sort of intermittent fasting, but I will have a smoothie, right? And then I probably don't eat till at least 12:30, sometimes 11, some days 11, some days 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I really learned to listen to my body. But at first, and you'll learn that in my programs, I give you outlines of like, these are the types of drinks and food to include in your morning. And then I also talk to you about how do you feel in the morning? And you start by implementing one way. And then right away it's like, ooh, that didn't agree with me. Or yes, that's really good. I love this. And then we're like, okay, good. So that works with you. Let's try that for a bit. And then this is what you could try for lunch, right? Or if lunch seems too, right? We work in that way. There's no specific rule because every woman's different. But some do intermittent fasting, which works really good for some people. Some people, I have a client who eats every single morning. I couldn't eat what she eats in the morning. I would feel horrible. Works for her. She feels fantastic. My one-on-one client is feeling better than she's felt in 4 years. Within 2 weeks, she started feeling absolutely amazing. Hasn't felt that good in years. And she's doing amazing. She's learning exactly what works for her. And it's so easy once you do because you know and you just follow it and you learn to listen and trust your body. But of course, that takes knowing, right? If you're eating the wrong foods, how can you trust your body? Because your body's not going to feel good. It's not going to come into better balance when you're not eating the right types of foods for this phase of life. Because things like bread, muffin, oatmeal, fruit on their own isn't good for you during this phase of life, right? Like having a banana first thing in the morning or a protein smoothie with banana and protein powder is not good in the morning for someone during this phase. And it is for a lot of other women. All right. Yes, I have the link. I'll put it in the my video thing. Thanks, guys. Yeah, so everyone's different, and it's so fantastic that when you learn, because there's a lot to learn, but yet it's simplistic. We do tend to make things really complicated, but also it's really hard because we're not taught this stuff. Like there's no one, it's so rare that you will be able to talk to someone who has been through this, who has the knowledge and who helps women through this phase of life. And that my computer's died right now. It's just because our internet's off. The internet will come back on sometime here. Yeah, I can't even click on that. Go to my website, dianamarchand.com. So just dianamarchand.com. The top menu bar, you will see Body, Mind, Soul Reset. Click on that link. Okay, it's on my website. And the price is going up Thursday, so get in now. It's 30 days. But yeah, I get so passionate because women go to their doctors and they don't receive the understanding that I know that so many women need. It's great to hear you're fine, you're healthy, nothing's wrong with you. It's great to hear that. But when you feel and know inside that you don't feel good, that something isn't right, that you do need help with something, right? Then that's what makes me so fired up, right? Is like these doctors need to say, you know what? I get it. You know, You're probably going through something. It's not something I know enough about to help you with, but I would love for you to find somebody who could help you, right? That's what they need to say to women. Not dismiss them and tell them, oh, just take an antidepressant or just go on these synthetic hormones. Not telling them they will gain more weight. They will have huge amounts of water retention. They will feel puffy and bloated. And when they try to go off them, they will feel like they just went into a hormone spin and like they're going crazy, right? And you need to wean off synthetic hormones. So, and antidepressants, you need to wean off them. It's not impossible, it's just you need to wean off them slow. But there are herbs for adrenal fatigue. Someone asked me about that. I would suggest get a supplement that has a formulation specifically for adrenal fatigue. And for adrenal fatigue, you need to change what you eat. Okay, that's what I help you with. Way, way, way more minerals. It's not about protein. It's about minerals and good fats. You need to get more sleep. So you need to decrease stress, because if you're in consistent stress, you will not sleep well. Remember, high cortisol, low melatonin. So you will not be able to sleep well if you are under extreme stress. So whatever's going on in your life that you are consistently stressed about, there's still ways to handle it. You can be in a stressful situation and you can still find peace, calm, and centeredness within yourself. It just takes learning those practices and doing those practices within your life in a way where they fit in your life. Okay? So another thing that a lot of women don't do is the lifestyle change, right? Someone's asking about slow metabolism here too. Yes, your metabolism slows. It does. I lost lots of weight though. So if you are willing to do what it takes to turn that around, you will be able to. Okay? You will. But you need to change things. It's not, so if you have these things going on in your body, you can't continue to live the same. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to create any change. What's happening is what's happening because of the way you have been living and because of the changes in your body. So the way you exercise probably needs to change, and you can even stop exercising at first, because what needs to change the most is stress reduction and what you eat. Okay? Those are the two things that need to change right away when you're in this midlife phase. And sometimes that does require like a lifestyle change, like powerful boundaries, which we talk about in my programs all the time. Really getting in touch with you, like finding your breath, finding your centeredness. We do, through my live videos in the program, we do a meditation every single video. And it's only 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes. So 2 live videos a week where we talk like this. And it's in a private Facebook group just for the group who signed up for the program. And you ask me questions right like this. We talk, I help you go through your stuff, and you can ask me questions within the group at any time during the week. I cover specific things in the live training videos for the women in the group so that each woman in the group gets the help they need. So it's not a cookie cutter program. It works with the women who are signed up in the program. You tell me what you need help with, what you're going through, what you're working through, and that's what I help you with. And yes, you will get a list of supplements, herbs and stuff that are good for women going through perimenopause and menopause. You will also get handouts and a little quiz and information on the hormones that we are resetting. And then we do videos on those too. And like I said, you get the recipes for the 4 weeks that you will always have. And these are recipes that you can eat forever. They're not just strictly for this phase of life. They're the recipes, though, they're using the foods that work for you during this phase of life. The foods you need to include more of, and they are foods you can buy at a grocery store. Maybe a few things you get at a health food store, but they're not some weird, complicated things. I make things really easy because I like food that's easy. I do not like complicated things. It's not my thing. If you've watched me do recipes, usually, or what I eat, usually it's very simple. It's just done in a little different way. Right? Okay, so yeah, belly fat will not go away if you continue to have stress in your life, like a lot of stress. Well, you can have stress in your life. Let's just get that over with. We all have stress in our life. It's just that you learn the techniques, the practices, and the tools that you can use throughout the day that helps your body relax from the high stress. Okay, so it's not like you're running away, where else we can't go anywhere. Is that you learn what things you can do to help decrease the stress within your nervous system, within your body. That's what it's about, okay? And then, like I said, you really learn about the food and how to eat, even for you. And you'll find that so much easier than you ever thought, which is great. It's great that it's easy because you get it really fast. All the women I've worked with, I'd say they get it in the first 2 weeks. They're like, oh, yeah, this is good. Yeah, you're so good, Kate. Yeah. Yes, I'll be giving you a few new recipes that I'm trying to, because it's time for me to learn some new recipes, right? Exactly. But the new recipes will be extra for those who have taken my programs before and they're like, yeah, I want to see something new, right? But we'll still have all the other recipes that are really the foundation and the integral part for this phase of life, right? So, do you guys have any more questions? Oh, here's a question. Cindy. I don't know if you're a part of it is different info in the hormone reset. This one, yes, Cindy. The recipes, I'm going to give you some new recipes, and this is 30 days of recipe, but like I said, the foundational recipes, Cindy, are the same because they need to be the same, right? As in, we want to keep things simple and we want to keep things using the foods that really do support your body. So I guess what I want to say is, don't take my program just for recipes. And I know you're not saying that, Cindy, but I just want to get that out there. If you just want recipes and you're not going to follow the protocols of the program, don't take the program. But I mean, you can pay me for just recipes, but the most important part is the journey, right? Is like discovering what works for you, what your body reacts with. The mind body reset, the reset, Cindy, which I don't think you were part of my last one, is we do like 3 days we give up meat, 3 days dairy, 3 days sugar, like you go on like that. And it's a way of being guided. And then for those who want to do 1 day smoothie cleanse or 2 days, smoothie cleanse to actually really clean out and help detoxify, you can do that. So that's going to be a part of it. So we are going to have like where it's guided for you to do certain things that you wouldn't do normally, maybe on your own, right? But it's the mindset we're going to go through too, is more on the mindset and lifestyle change. And for those, everybody is at a different space. So let's say somebody needs more help with emotional eating, then that's going to be something they'll be working with. If somebody needs help with staying on track, they're on again, off again, on again, off again, on again, off again, right? Then that's what they will work on throughout this program. If somebody is more like, I just need help with the food, I'm going to focus fully on eating right, then that's what they will work on. So what's great is I guide everyone, but each person has something different because you're all different, right? Each person will probably focus on what they need most, along with getting the information and doing the hormone reset, right? So it's not going to be confusing either. It's not confusing. You will totally get it. If you've been part of my program before, you know how that works. The mindset work for one thing is often the mindset work for everything, right? I do the concepts in a way that you can apply it to whatever you're working on. Okay. That's how it works. And then of course the recipes are for everybody. And then I help you and you help by writing, letting me know how you're doing in the group, posting your pictures of foods. So when you need help with food, you're showing, this is what I ate today. How is this? And I'll be like, oh, that's fantastic. Or you need to adjust this. Or instead of this, I would have added that. Or add more of this. Or don't combine those foods together. So you get this more like where you're getting feedback that day. So you're continually adjusting things for you every day. And you're bringing those things into your life every day. So that's how it works. So you're implementing and you're doing it. So that way it's being integrated into your life. So by the end of 30 days, you're like, oh, right, this is what works for me. Wow, what a huge difference. I totally get it. Because you can hear the information, but when you apply it, when you're eating it, when you're making those foods, when you're eating in that way, when you're feeling how your body works, right? How your body feels. It's a whole sensory experience. That's what creates change. That's what creates understanding. That's when you get it. You can't get it by just watching or listening information, but not trying the information, right? So it's when you really try the information, when you really incorporate them all, the information, when you really do the actions and take those things, right? So Cindy, if you were in the hormone reset, it's totally up to you. I'm going to give you guys a special price. I just haven't emailed you yet. Oh my God, I got to do that. If somebody has taken this program before, you're going to get a better price to do it the second time. Okay. So, and that's what I do for women in my program too. If you have taken a program of mine again and you want to do it when I do it live again, you get a better price. Okay. So yes, that reminds me. Thank you. I'm going to email everybody. That includes Kate. So anybody that's done the hormone reset will get a better price. We'll get a special price. And for those that haven't, I highly recommend it. I cannot stress it enough. It's such, it takes a long time. So when I was going through perimenopause, I started at 43. I didn't know what was going on. A lot of confusion, a lot of trouble with doctors, a lot of hassle, a lot of crying, a lot of frustration, the weight gain, feeling like I'm losing my mind, feeling like I was going crazy, huge digestive problems, complete adrenal fatigue. I crashed. And it took me a lot of studying, a lot of reading, a lot of research. And that's what I basically did. I completely dove in full on 100% because that's the way I'm like. And I learned everything I could learn. And I tried and adjusted and tweaked. I started at 43. By the age of 48, you guys, 5 years, I finally figured it all out. I mean, I figured out some before that. But that is, I mean, you can do all the research yourself. I highly recommend it because then you really understand. But if you don't have that time, then that's why I do my programs, right? Because not all people like to read about this. Not all people want to know all the intricate things. They just want to say, give me the information, give me some of the information, help me figure this thing out. I'll be done with it, right? As in, you'll have the information. Then you will know what to do. Whether you do it or not is one thing, but that's okay. You don't need to go full on. You can do it at your own pace. You can take it as it comes. Once you know, you cannot not know, right? So once someone tells you something, you know it. It's not like you're not gonna go, oh my God. Did she say bread's okay? Things like that, right? You're not going to fall back in to the habits that caused all the weight gain because you'll know that if you do, you'll know that you're doing that wrong anyways, right? As I guess I want to say. Yeah, I know. Totally, Cindy. I know for sure. Just message me, Cindy. Send me a messenger. Messenger? If you want to take it, yeah, send me a messenger. Facebook Messenger. I'll give you a better price. Yeah. Whew, that was a lot. But you know, this is so important. Like, I get messages from women a lot on my YouTube, which is really, really sad. Some even younger women who are really having problems with the hormone changes in their body. And yet their doctors are just pushing them on antidepressants, giving them hysterectomies, and giving them synthetic hormones. And then they message me on how horrible they feel. And how, like, it's so bad, some of them, you guys, these poor women, some are in such bad state because they also have no one to talk to, and everybody thinks they're crazy and that it must all be in their minds because they're technically healthy, as their doctor says, right? So it's really, really, and especially, you know, if you're gaining this weight and you're gaining this weight and you're gaining this weight and you don't know what you're doing wrong, because you think you're eating healthy, which you probably are. Healthy foods can be fat gainers at this phase of life. You're just missing some things. And when you discover what those things are and how to switch things around, it's not hard. Oh my God, I could ask any client I've ever worked with. It's not hard. The information is simple, right? It's just if you follow it, but it's not even hard really to follow if you have the recipes that you love. So that's why I do recipes, because you need to have food you like to eat. If you're going to be giving up certain things like the breads, the crackers, the muffins, the cookies that you used to eat. What are some other things? The breakfasts, a lot of people have breakfast wrong, completely wrong. The types of smoothies or the shakes they were eating, drinking, those types of things can be like so wonky. The energy bars that some people eat a lot of, you know, eating too much protein, focusing on protein and not gaining weight at all. The thing about too much protein, which I hear all the time, is like so many women want to focus on protein. And I get it because it's so much in the media. That's probably not at all even what you need. It's probably minerals, right? Minerals, because most people are mineral deficient. And because I've seen over all these women in all my programs over the years, when they start eating more minerals, trace minerals, essential fatty acids, the good fats, the good minerals, their body adjusts super fast, right? And high alkaline foods. Their body just goes, oh my God, I needed this. This is so amazing. The cravings greatly slow down or stop. And your taste buds even change very, very fast. So what once was really good and, oh, I love this. Pretty soon you're like, oh my God, that was too sweet. I can't even handle it anymore. It doesn't even taste good anymore. And your body adjusts really fast, right? Not only you start to crave the healthy foods and the healthy smoothies, when you go to eat those other foods, and I still eat French fries. I still have French fries. I'll have vegan burgers, vegetarian burgers with a bun sometimes. Like, I go all out and have those things too. Because it's not about you don't give up everything you love. You just learn to adjust what you love, make it better, or have it less often, right? And then you're including a lot more really, really, really good healthy foods that work with your midlife body, basically. They're the food that nourishes your glands that produce the hormones. So your body's able to get the nutrition it needs at a cellular level to produce and to balance your body, to produce the hormones and to balance your body, right? If you're malnourished, which so many women are, and I can't even tell you, I don't know what percentage of women who actually write out what they eat. And then I see that and I'm like, oh my God, no wonder your body's off. Like, I can see it right away. It's very, very evident, right? Yeah, so that's my spiel. But you're not going crazy. You don't have to suffer. but it does require some changes. And if you're like, you know what, I don't want to live like this anymore, I don't want to feel like this, then let's make some changes. And it's not also for people who, you don't have to be feeling horrible and terrible. No, 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 no. You can be finished menopause and do this program because our hormones are always fluctuating. Okay? Or we don't balance. So I'm 57, almost 57, I'm 56. My hormones are not completely balanced. That's impossible. No one's hormones are completely balanced. They're always up and down. But they are way better, right? Because I feel more balanced and healthier and better. That's how you know. It's all about how you feel physically and emotionally. Okay? All right. I'm going to go off because this has been quite a video. Thank you so much for those showing up live and for those who've watched the replay. Say hello to me. Let me know you've watched. Post any questions or any comments. I would love to hear your experiences, your comments. If you've taken my programs before, please let others know that it's not hard. It's not complicated, that they can learn what to do. Yeah. Because I know some people think, oh my God, it's going to be so complicated. My life is busy and I won't have time, right? But it's not about that. And also, so here's the thing. When you start to learn, just start to learn what works for you. It's not all or nothing, okay? You don't have to clear your schedule for 30 days and have nothing else going on in your life. You will never learn if that's the way it is. So when you do one of my programs, while your life is happening all around you, you learn to integrate what we're doing into your life so that your life is living healthy lifestyle. That's what we work on. Your life needs to be you living a healthy lifestyle, not I'm going to try to force these new foods and habits. I'm going to try to shove them into my life. My life is super full, super busy. There's no room now, but I'm going to try to force these things into my life. That won't work. Okay? So for 30 days, you have 30 days to have me help you. And for you to learn how to adjust your life in a way that feels good for you. That's what's important. Your way of doing things is not going to be the same as someone else's. Okay? Someone else may wake up at 5 o'clock and do their exercise and then eat this and then have this smoothie and do this. That may not work for you, right? You may be the type of person who goes for a walk or a hike after work, right? It always is for what works for you because that's the only way you're going to stick with it, right? That's why I help women in my programs find it's what works for you, not for someone else. I don't tell you when to eat at exact time and all those things. You learn and you discover and you design, develop your healthy life the way that works for you. That's when it works, right? Okay, thank you so much, Kate. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Cindy. And we will message me on Facebook if you. I'm going to put the link in the comments section, but I do have links to the program within this page, Women Creating Healthy Lives' Facebook group. And you can also find them on my website, dianamarchand.com. And I have some amazing free trainings on there. 3 Keys to Midlife Weight Loss. Fantastic video series. Also Prep and Plan to Eat Healthy All Week. So you learn some prepping and planning. And yeah, so check out my website. You will also see Body Mind Reset. You can click on there and it'll give you the program page for this program. And message me if you have questions. If you need to get on a call with me because you're just completely unsure, maybe your doctor has said something and you need to ask me some things before you decide if this program's for you, I am totally fine with doing that. So message me on Facebook. Let me know you need extra help. You're not sure what to do. If you need to make payments for this program, it's only $222, but you can make payments. If that would work best for you, then let me know and we can do payments, okay? I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you. So much love to you guys. Have an amazing night. And I will hopefully see you guys in the program, or for sure, keep checking out this page. And also my YouTube has probably over 700 videos. So check out Diana Marchand on YouTube, subscribe, push the bell notification, and then you will see all my latest videos as they come out. And you have lots and lots of screening, lots of videos and recipe videos on my YouTube channel too. Okay, so much love to you guys. Bye-bye.